Good morning and welcome to my channel. Sharon here. Thanks very much for being here. Today I'm starting on a junk journal that is quite unusual, and Anton from Bontik Vintage Designs has very kindly asked me to use some of his kits on my channel. So I chose the Whimsical Houses kit. He does some beautiful designs. There's some vintage designs as well as some quirky ones. And this is a quirky one, but it appealed to me, and I also had some material that I thought would go quite well as a cover. So this is some of the ephemera that I've already cut out. This is how the size it prints. Like these. So as you can see, they are quite quirky little houses. Now, what I've also done, I've printed the pages. So I've got them ready, and these I haven't. Some I have printed double-sided. So these, aren't they gorgeous? And look, this is all quilling here. Quilling design. And again, a sort of a paper craft design. It's kind of got a 3D effect on that one, which I think is gorgeous. You've got nighttime ones as well as daytime. Now this is where I started the double-sided, as you can see here. So I've done some pages double-sided. Like these. They are so lovely and quirky. How quirky. And the mushrooms. I think they are. And some I've printed on card. For instance, some of these could be side pockets I was going to cut out. That could be a card, a journaling card. Again, I was tempted to cut round here for a side pocket. 2 belly bands here. I think that I was just testing out, doing it on a bigger page. Also, what I've done, I've printed onto vellum here and made some of my own washi. As you can see, that's the big one, and that's the thin one. I will link above here where I show you how I do my washi over there. But it means you can make washi individually for the project you happen to be doing. So I've done some of that. I've also printed some on vellum as well. I plan to make some vellum envelopes like these. This was me practicing the pages. Don't waste anything. And then the other thing is, I've made some of the ephemera, I printed on a bigger percentage. So you can see these here, that the first lot were the normal size, and these I've just made bigger. So you've got a belly band, tags, labels, or even pocket. I do like these, the mason jars here. Some large tool tags here. And then these are normal size circles. So that's the kit I'm going to be using. And then what I've got is material here. This, which, well, see, I've cut a piece out already. Let's get this piece where it's all one, it's easier. You can see here, and this is a friend's skirt she gave me, and I thought this was quite great for the whimsical houses. I thought it went quite well. So I'm going to make the cover with this, and then on the inside I'm doing it plain with just some calico on the inside of the cover. I'm thinking of decorating this once I've got it on the inside of the cover. Now I'm going to do it. You'll laugh. Remember using up your supplies. What I'm going to do is use this Heat and Bond. Now I've had it sitting in the drawer probably for a couple of years. I believe I thought it would be a good idea to make covers with a few years ago when I first started, and I just wasn't sure. I don't know, I just put it in a cupboard, in a drawer actually, and just left it there. It comes in a great big reel like this with the glue here. So I plan to use it on this cover because I thought I need to start using these things, you know what it is. So I've already cut out some sheets and I'm using a 250 GSM piece of card to do it with. And I've already cut some of the material ready to go on the cover. Okay, I've heated my iron up. I've got a heat resistant sheet here, and I have a lot of these because I use them for inking, and I've had them quite a few years, to be truthful. And then this is a tabletop ironing pad that again I've never got out of its cover. I'd obviously bought it with the Heat and Bond. So I'm taking this sheet, this piece of material, the inside, and you take some of the Heat and Bond and I'm literally putting it in the middle with the glue side down. I mean, bear in mind, for me, this is all very new because I don't sew. So I'm going to give this a go. Meant to say, I've actually got my iron quite high up. My steam is by the linen and cotton. It does say medium, but I tried that and it didn't really work very well. Then test it, see whether it's actually stuck down. Oh, and this has. No, not quite. No, not quite. There's still some bits. So you need to just keep going. Okay, it does take a while for it to adhere to the material, I've found. So I'll now you just pull this off and all the glue, whoops, is on there. So you now just get rid of that bit there. As I say, it does seem to take quite a while to go on. So then I get my piece of card, and what I did, I cut this so it was just under the size of the card. The Heat and Bond was just under the size of the card. And then you go over it again to attach it to the card, just to make sure it's fully attached. And then you leave it to cool down. And then I'll go on to the next bit of material here and put the Heat and Bond onto that. So I've put the card in between both pieces. So when you're doing this second piece, don't forget you're going through, if you're doing it both sides, you're going through 2 lots of card and material if you do it this side as well. So it's all secure, and I will say using that Heat and Bond is very secure. However, it does bend a lot and doesn't go flat. And the other thing I'm doing is just trimming off the edges. Now, if you've already cut your material to size, then you don't have to do this. I didn't. Ultimately, I'm not sure whether I would carry on using this. I've got it, so I don't do sewing, so I think I probably will, just to use the heat and bond up. And I'm putting that. Now this is another piece that I've found quite difficult. This isn't so bad, but you see, it's bendy, very bendy. I don't know if you can see that. So I am now going to have to flatten this to get it into a shape under some books, I think. Just to get it into some sort of at least flat shape. I am loving that material. I did put a signature together here using Anton's kit, the whimsical houses. I will go through all this and what I've used once I've sewn all this in as well. Okay, I've put the signature in. I've sewn it in with some white wax thread, and I'm leaving these long until I can decide whether I'm putting beads on there or just tying it up. This is the cover. The front page. These are all pages from the kit, double-sided. This is some marble paper I had. A friend gave to me. More pages from the kit. This is the blue paper that I dye with, oh dear, printer inks. More pages from the kit. Here, lots of space to journal and to decorate. More dyed paper from the inks. Page from the kit, and this is one of the ones I've printed on vellum. This is where I've been dyeing the pages with the ink from the printer, and that's on the greaseproof paper, but that makes a lovely sound. More pages from the kit, some paper I was gifted in Happy Mail, and it's sort of got some stitching on. Thought it went quite well. More paper from the kit, dyed paper again, the yellow. Pages from the kit. This was a mixture of the inks, came out green. Paper from the kit, and I love this for the middle. And it's carry it on here. So I've now got to decorate it. Where's the other side of the vellum? As you can see, this is I'm not sure what paper that is, but it's lovely. Oh, this is the other side of the vellum with the little house. This is one of the double pages. You can see these are beautiful bright colours, and this is, no, that's not the quilling. There is one that's sort of got a quilling aspect to it, but this is like paper piecing. It's absolutely gorgeous. And here we go. This is sort of quilling and making flowers, and again a nice quirky one at the back. So that's, I've started off showing how to do that with heat and bond, which I'm sure many people have done, I would imagine. This is the kit I'm using, Whimsical Houses, and I've also got from Bontik Vintage Designs, it's the Whimsical Houses journal kit, and I have a discount code of Lillian's50 for 50% off in Anton's Etsy shop. So pop along and see what he's got. This is not time limited offer. I am going to be using some of his other kits as well in different projects, so keep tuned to see what I do. Thanks very much. Bye.